People out of their cars.
Good evening and welcome to the October 2nd, 2023 Planning Board meeting. If we could first please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, just if anybody is here, the Stammer application was withdrawn. There are no correspondence. We'll start with the meeting minutes of September 11th, 2023. Any issues, revisions?
None. All good.
Good? John?
On Stammer? No.
No, on the minutes.
Oh, in minutes, I have nothing. No.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
We have no regular session, so we're gonna move right into the work session. First on the agenda, number 4, is the Catalog Building. This is a discussion of a proposed project. Address is 1929 Commerce Street.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Good, good. I don't know if you all know Perry Gustikoff,
How you doing?
owner of Yorktown Auto Body, and the owner of the Cataldo Building. What Perry is proposing to do is create a little plaza area in front of the building, adjacent to the sidewalk. It'll be 20 by 40. It's meant to enhance the building. It's going to have some seating in there and tables, some trees, sort of replicating what's across the street in front of Starbucks. It's going to be meant for his tenants as well as open for the public to use. Could you go to the cross section? Or go to the blow up view, please.
That balloon there. Yeah, right.
So the view with the balloon in front of it is,
Got behind you too.
is
I'll fix it.
anyway, so that's how it's going to look. It's going to be walled. The green is a wall around all 4 sides of it, and you could see there's some openings to allow ingress and egress. So to the bottom of the screen is the sidewalk, and the upper part of the screen, that access will bring into the parking lot. So this will lose 3 parking spaces out of the 5 parking spaces that are in front of the building. To give you a cross-section view of the construction, Ian, would you mind going to the next one? Yep, the other way. Okay. All right, so anyway, it's going to have a 42-inch high wall around it, and the facing of the wall is going to most likely match the building. It's going to be a brick, or maybe a brick with some stone set into it. It's going to have a blue stone cap, and again, there's going to be seating on the inside and some tables. So the whole idea is kind of just to enhance the front of the building, create a nice space for his tenants, as well as anyone that comes in off the sidewalk that wants to use that.
Is it open to all?
It's open to anybody.
Open to anybody.
So where would it be exactly? Like in front of game day or in front of the doorway?
So it's smack middle, so where is that?
It's center of the front of the parking lot.
Yeah.
There's a doorway there, right? That goes.
Well, this
Oh,
is on this, closer to the sidewalk.
Oh, on the street side. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't know why this you don't have this view, but this is where we're.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you
So there's a building and stuff by the sidewalk.
Right.
Yeah.
go. The building looks great since you painted
Oh,
it.
thank you. Yeah.
It really looks very sharp.
Thank you.
We have any parking issues, or?
Well, you'll have to reduce the parking, and I think it's 4 spaces, right?
It's 3
Three
spaces.
spaces.
Because it shows 4 on your site plan there.
It should be 3, maybe. That diagram is not correct then.
So-
It's 3 spaces.
Okay, so what do you have there, 5 or 6
There's
spaces?
5, there'll still
Five?
be parking adjacent on both sides of the area.
Okay. Well,
Prime spot for the parades.
all right, do you have,
Prime seating,
do you have the 40 feet then?
Yeah, it's 40 feet,
it's 40, so, yeah.
so that's
it'd be-
really 4 spaces.
Oh, it is, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it would be 4 spaces, John.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if there's 6 spaces, I get it. If there's only 5 and you're taking up 4, then you just need to modify
Well, there's a spot on both sides still.
still. So there's 6 spaces there now today?
Then there would be 6 spaces. If this
Okay.
is 4, I
All
thought
right.
it was 3. If it was 4, then
Okay.
there was 6 spaces.
All right, so you gotta reduce the requirement by 4 spaces, and then adopt a resolution that adopts the site plan with this patio area on it, basically. Is there gonna be food service out there?
No,
No.
it's just for seating.
Just a seating area,
It's,
right?
Yeah.
it's for any, I think it would be really nice to enhance, the street itself.
Right,
It's for anybody, it's not for anyone in particular. Of course, the retail that are in those spots are takeout places already for food, so it's a nice place, especially, since COVID, without the dining and stuff, I thought it would be a nice touch. It'll enhance the building, it'll enhance the street, I feel. I think it'll look good. We also, I don't know if you can tell from the diagram, but we have some landscaping in there, there's gonna be some lighting on it. It's safe, of course, it's outside in the parking lot, but the wall is, I believe it's,
It's 42 inches high.
42 inches high, but I think it's 18 inches wide, and it's all stone. So as far as safety for ballards or whatever, it's safe in case of anything.
And there's a sidewalk between the wall and the street.
This would come up to the sidewalk,
Yeah.
there'd be an opening at the sidewalk
Yeah.
for people coming up.
It's even
and
more
down the
safety
street.
when you think about it.
What's that?
It's even more safe when you think about it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sure.
There's some landscaping in there. I think it would be very conducive for that spot, it would look really nice.
And currently, those spots are diagonal parking.
They're on an angle,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is suggesting straight-in parking on the two.
And shortening them a little bit.
Yeah.
From what's standard. Standard is 18.6, so it's shortening them by a foot for 17.6.
You also have very wide openings, right, to get in and out?
Oh, yeah,
They are now, yeah.
plenty of space. Maneuverability.
The benches, by the way, the tables everything's concrete in there.
Yeah, it's a
so
very nice
It's,
cross-section.
it's gonna be, bluestone benches around the inside perimeter. And then the tables, I haven't sorted out exactly, but they're gonna be some type of, heavy material,
Oh, yeah,
some
you can
type
see
of
it.
concrete,
No, it looks heavy-duty.
yeah.
Any issues from the board?
Looks good to me.
Any issues?
It's all
No,
handicap accessible.
the only issue is,
and-
right
just
off
to
the
have
parking
the
lot.
Right,
resolution
yeah.
that does the parking, that's all.
And the back lot will remain the same?
That will remain the same.
Okay, so we'll,
You want it for next meeting?
sure, right? Sounds like a plan.
Great.
And Yorktown Auto Body is a fantastic place.
Thank you very much.
You guys repaired two of
If
my
you don't wanna
cars.
visit,
Not right
we don't
now.
want you to visit,
Huh?
only for good things.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
He's got his hand in his pocket all the time for these guys, all the time.
Yeah.
Consider you did a lot of work for you.
Okay, next we have Miles of Smiles.
They're not here.
This is a zoning board referral.
Want to postpone it?
All right, we'll move on to the next one and then come back. We have the Hemlock Hills Solar Farm. Discussion of proposed field changes, locations 500 Croton Avenue. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good evening, Margaret McManus for the applicant. So the solar farm the array is built and they are trying to close out their SWIP and get everything under control, and they're hoping to do that by winter. But unfortunately, the original applicant indicated to Beatty and Watson that they did not need a 6-foot chain link fence around the array, and that there's like some sort of minor fence there now, and that was sufficient, but the present owners, because it's changed hands, know that a 6-foot chain link fence is required around the array. So we are proposing to put a 6-foot chain link fence around the array.
Bill?
So what was proposed originally?
There's like an existing stone wall and
There
some
was
sort
no-
of
no
wire
new
fence,
fence
but
at
there
the
was
time.
no new fence proposed.
I remember when we walked this,
Yeah.
there was like 6 feet of snow on the ground. We went uphill both ways. But I do remember we walked it because of being able to see it from
From
the
the trail.
trailway.
From the
Yeah.
trail.
Is the fence any closer to,
No.
Not significantly, no.
you see any issues?
I think you guys felt that from the trail, you really weren't going to get too much of a impact.
If I remember, it's a few years back already, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2021 probably. So, you know, if that's the case, I don't think so. I don't think that chain link fence looks any better than the array. But if you can't see it by virtue of where it is, and it's really not going to impact the trail, then it really doesn't matter too much. It would be there only for the security that it would lend.
I think there's some New York State code about.
Yeah, there is something about I think a 6-foot fence around. Anybody have any issues?
No, no issues.
And additionally, there's a concrete pad that also we were told they didn't need, that they do need, and so there's a little concrete pad by the array.
How little? Is it 152 square feet?
It's 152 square feet, 8 by 19.
Just by way of further information, they have not yet completed their decommissioning bond, which is a requirement. And they also have not effected a pilot yet. So there is in your books a couple of letters. One is the notice that's required by law to the municipality that states we're going to be doing a solar array, and let us know if you want us to do a pilot. It doesn't actually say that, but that's basically what it's for. And also in there is, a couple of weeks later, the town board did a resolution requiring pilots on all of these types of installations. So I think that should cover it, but I got a word last week that someone on the applicant or owner's team, between Margaret and I, we can't figure out who it is quite yet, called the assessors and said, listen, we gave you some notice in 2020 and we didn't hear back, so we're therefore not required to do the pilot. So I want you to be aware of that. They're not finished with their decommissioning bond, which is required. So I think with the fence, if you're okay with the fence, you could issue probably, a memo. I don't think it rises to an amending resolution, but in the memo, you may also want to state your position on whether or not this should be closed out without those two items being completed or not.
Agreed.
Decommissioning bond,
And then what was the other one?
the pilot.
Are both of those items called out in the resolution?
The decommissioning bond is, the pilot is not.
All right, so we were right with the memo?
That was good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
You
with
want me to
those
include
items?
those two items,
Yeah.
that those should be done before it's closed out? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Do we put a time on it, or is it open-ended?
Well, before the closeout, right?
Well, before they can close out any permits and start using and activate the installation, I think that's the hook there.
John, do you know if Con Edison has to notify you if they activate?
That I don't know.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
find,
you're the first one through, Margaret, so,
okay, I'll find
you know,
out.
we're all learning.
We're all learning. All right,
Okay, we're good?
all right, we're good,
All right.
thank you.
Good luck. All right, and still no one for Miles of Smiles.
I saw something in here about the zoning board putting it up to 26.
All right, so we put in your late breaking the section of the special permit that has the requirements. In terms of the physical dimensional requirements, you know, there's no minimum lot area. There are minimum usable indoor areas, which looks as though they have a chart on the floor plans, looks like they're compliant with that. There's no minimum on the outdoor recreational. There is a requirement to provide that, which they are. And then, of course, in terms of the site plan, there is the issue of the drop-off. And I know that there was a little bit of discussion about the curb cut.
Yeah.
So what you don't have is there's one paragraph right before this paragraph E that you have. Apparently it's paragraph D, expectedly. And it says, family daycare homes, group family daycare homes, and child daycare centers in all zones except R1 and R2 zones shall be permitted in accordance with the approval of a site development plan. So one of the overall things here is to decide if you want to ask the zoning board, you know, for you to do an actual approval with a resolution of any site development. If you're considering modifying the curb cut, for instance, that has to be a site plan amendment regardless of who's doing it, so that's one thing to consider and decide on. The other is that also in those requirements there, it does require under E number 2, and then paragraph E, it requires a traffic study of the locale of any child daycare center must be completed and submitted with the application, so I haven't seen that yet. If you want to be the lead on looking at that and, you know, deciding what it says and whether it's appropriate or not, you'd have to tell that to the zoning board.
I think the last time we had concerns about the drop-off.
Yeah, there was some discussion on the drop-off.
And Bob says you should move the curb cut further up from what it is now. So how are we gonna take care of that?
I'll ask them to have the ability to review it and take the lead, I guess.
Right. They will be the ultimate approval authority,
Right.
but you can do the site development
Site
plan.
review,
So
right.
you can request that, I can put that in the memo. You want to ask the applicant, regardless of whether they're here or not, to send them a memo to get a traffic study?
Yeah, we get that movement if it's required.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is the flow. Because currently that's an exit only
Yeah.
at the top of that plan, which might be the right idea or may not, because you're dealing with little kids running around cars and stuff like that, so. And mom's in a hurry, dad's too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right off Route 6.
When's our next date of our next meeting? 22nd? 22nd.
16th.
Oh, our next is the 16th, okay.
All
We'd
right.
see if they can get something back to us by the 16th, so. Okay.
Nancy's gonna be so mad. 7:18,
This is a record?
she's gonna be so
Could be.
angry. Nancy.
Oh.
Stay 1 minute longer just for Nancy?
Probably should.
I think we're,
I only did 2 rows, I mean, that's not much moving.
Well, happy birthday, Robin. This is your, I guess, a gift from the community that we're out of here early. All right, do I have a motion to close?
motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Robin.
Take care.